Hello everyone, Carson here, and in this video, I'm gonna be solving Wordle number 1423 and New York Times Hard Sudoku for May 12th, 2025. So let's get this video started with Wordle number 1423. I'm gonna start with the word under. Alright, got the E green, so I've placed E in the 4th position, and other letters are not part of the word. So, could be okay, it's not ER, so could it be ET or EL? Not sure, so let's just try. Let's try. Um, let's try to think of some words. Um, Probably another vowel. That's it. Let's try it. Okay, it's not T ending, but I've placed C as the 3rd letter, which goes before E. So CE. I mean, it could just be MC, like double E ending. Or it could be Excel. It could be Excel. It could also be bicep. It could be bicep. Let's try bicep and see what happens. And bicep is today's Wordle answer. Alright. So, well, I'll definitely take that. Very satisfied that I got it in 3 tries. I think it was quite lucky that I could think of the word bicep, because, P ending. Well, P ending is not uncommon, but EP ending is not usually seen. It's not that common. So I'm glad I could think of this possibility, as well as having a C in the middle and, all sorts. So yeah, I'll gladly take that. I got today's Wordle answer bicep in 3 tries. This is Wordle number 1423. Let's now move on to New York Times Sudoku. Again, today is May 12th, 2025. Let's start the hard difficulty Sudoku for today. Okay, I see that these ones point left, and this cell sees another one. This one points down and this one points left. So in block 4, the digit 1 is forced into row 6. So the hidden ones here, and these ones force the digit 1 into this cell in block 5. These ones point up and this cell sees another 1. So in block 2, the digit 1 is forced into this cell, and all of these ones force 1 in this cell in block 3. These 2's points up, this 2 points left, and this 2 points up. So in block 5, the digit 2 is forced into row 4. So this 2, with a hidden 2 here, points left. To force the digit 2 into this cell in block 4. You could have also just looked at the row. I have to put 2 somewhere in row 5 because it's missing in this row. But all of these open cells see 2. So this is the only cell available for 2 in this row. So I must force 2 into this cell. Now these 2's points left, and this cell sees another 2. So we now have a 1-2 pair in block 7. Basically, the digits 1 and 2 are missing from block 7. So I have to fit both of them somewhere in block 7. But these 1s and 2s force both 1 and 2 into these 2 cells only. We've also got 1 and 2 here, right? So in order to fit both 1 and 2 into block 7, I have to make these 2 cells reserved for 1 and 2. So these 2 cells form the 1-2 pair, and all other digits are eliminated from these 2 cells. Now 3 is certainly not 1 or 2, so I can eliminate 3 from these 2 cells that are part of the 1-2 pair. So 3's can't go here, the digit 3 in block 7 is forced into this cell. Then, these 3's point up, The digit 3 in block 5 is forced into one of these two cells. This 3 points right and this 3 points up. So in block 6, the digit 3 is forced into column 8. So these 3's point up and this cell sees another 3. In row 8, 5, 6, and 9 are the missing digits. Okay, in block 7, the digits 4 and 8 are missing. 4 and 8 cannot go into the 1-2 pair, so they are eliminated from this cell. With these 4s and 8s pointing into block 7, both 4 and 8 in block 7 can only go into these two cells. Yeah. I can't have 4 or 8 in the 1-2 pair. With these 4s and 8s, the digits 4 and 8 can only go into these two cells. So in order to fit both 4 and 8 into block 7, I have to make these two cells reserved for 4 and 8. Both of these two digits in block 7 can only go into these two cells, so they form a 4-8 pair, and all other digits are eliminated from these two cells. Alright, we now have a 1-2 pair as well as a 4-8 pair. So I still have 3 open cells not accounted for in these pairs. So the remaining 3 open cells form a triple containing 5, 6, and 9. So these 3 cells are for 5, 6, and 9, but these 6's force 6 into this cell in this triple, leaving behind a 5-9 pair. Okay, the 7 points down, and this cell also sees 7. So in block 8, the digit 7 is forced into row 9. So 7 and the hidden 7 here, which lies in row 9 in block 8. So these 7's point right, and this 7, this cell sees the 7. So in block 9, the digit 7 is forced into this cell. The digit 7 in block 4 is forced into one of these two cells. We also have this 5 pointing left. So these 3 cells form a 1-5-7 triple. As you can see in block 4, the digits 1, 5, and 7 are missing. These two open cells up here see 1, 5, and 7 in the same row. So these two cells cannot contain 1, 5, and 7, but these 3 digits still have to go somewhere in block 4 because they are missing. So in order to fit all 1, 5, and 7 into block 4, I have to make these 3 cells reserved for 1, 5, and 7. So these 3 cells form the 1-5-7 triple, and all other digits are eliminated from these 3 cells. Which means that the other 2 open cells in block 4 contain the other 2 missing digits. So these 2 cells form a 4-9 pair, which makes the other 3 open cells in row 4 a 2-3-6 triple, which go like this. Um, in block 9, we have a 5-6-9 triple because they are the missing digits. This cell is also 5, 6, or 9 because 4-8 pair here makes the other 3 open cells in row 7 contain 5, 6, and 9, but this cell sees 9. Okay, this 8 points left, and this 8 points up. So in block 1, the digit 8 is forced into row... Wait, why did I mark 1? The digit 8 in block 1 is forced into column 1. right? 8 in block 1 is forced into one of these two cells which both line in column 1, which means that 8 cannot go into this cell, because we already have 8 in column 1. So in this pair, 8 is forced into this cell, which makes us 4. Okay, which then eliminates 4 from this cell and resolves the 4-9 pair. Okay, after I place this 1, this 9 points left and this 9 points up, so the digit 9 in block 1 is actually forced into this cell. It is forced. It can only go into this cell if you look at how the 9s are lined up. And then these 9s point down, forcing a 9 into this cell in block 7, which makes these cells 5s, and this cell is 6. This cell over here, a 9 to complete the row. 5, 6 pair down here, and in block 8 we have a 3, 4, no, not 3. We have a 4, 7, 9 triple, because they are the missing digits of block 8, but this cell sees 7 and 9. So 7 and 9 can only go into the other two open cells, making this cell a 4. This cell now sees 6, and for column 5, the missing digits are 2, 3, and 5. The digit 5 is forced into this cell, leaving behind a 2, 3 pair in this column, but this cell sees 2. So 3 and 2 this way, which completes row 4 by placing 6 and 3 like this. Now the digit 3 in block 1 is forced into this cell. The last 3 in this Sudoku puzzle gets placed in this cell. Okay, all 3s are placed. So that's nice. Got that done. This cell is 5 or 7 for the column. Okay, in column 2, 1 and 2 are the missing digits, but this cell sees 2. So 1 and 2 this way, which makes this 1. In block 5, 4, 8, and 9 are the missing digits. 4, 8, 9, 4, 8, 9, 4, 8, 9. This cell sees 8. In column 7, 5, 6, and 9 are the missing digits. This cell sees 9, so it's 5 or 6. This cell sees this cell sees 5, so it's 6 or 9. This cell sees 6, so it's 5 or 9. Alright, the digit 6 in block 6 is forced into one of these two cells. Let's have a look at the missing digits of block 2. 2, 4, 6, and 7 are missing from block 2. So 2 is forced into one of these two cells. 4 is forced into one of these 3 cells. 6 is forced into this cell because we've got these 6s. So 6 in this cell. So we have 2, 4, and 7, which go somewhere in these 3 cells. Now this cell sees 6 and 9, so for the column, this cell must be in 5, which makes this a 9 and this a 6 to complete the column. Now this cell sees a 5. 5 in block 1 is actually forced into this cell, which makes this cell 5, 7, 7. 8 is forced into this cell in block 1, which makes this 2. This cell is a 4 to complete the row. 2, 7, and 9 are the missing digits of row 3, but the digit 9 is forced into this cell in the row. And this cell also sees 7, so 2 and 7 this way to complete the row, which makes this 4, 2. This 4 points down, making this cell contain a 4, 9, 7. In block 3, or row 1, 7 and 8 are missing, but this cell sees 7. So 8 and 7 this way, and this cell now sees 9, so 8 and 9 like this. We have 6 and 8 missing missing in row 6, and in row 5, 4 and 5 are missing. This cell sees 4, and this cell sees 8. So this Sudoku puzzle is complete. Alright, I finished today's New York Times Hot Sudoku in exactly 12 minutes. So yeah, I would say the Sudoku puzzle is, most, maybe, just slightly easier than typical hot Sudokus. I'm not sure about you, but I felt like it was quite straightforward. All my explaining, with all my explaining, I hope it was very clear about all things you needed to see, like all the pairs and triples, those key spots. I'll go over the key spots as a quick summary. So towards the beginning, um, the 1-2 pair in block 7. Yeah, in block 7, there was the 1-2 pair which placed this 3 immediately. After spotting the 1-2 pair, you can directly see the 4-8 pair in the same block 7. So this 4-8 pair also helped place 6 in this cell, which left a 5-9 pair behind as well. So in block 7, we have things. Three things of pairs or triples. So first the 1-2 pair, which helped place this 3, then the 4-8 pair, which helped place the 6, and at last the 5-9 pair. So yeah, that was quite a chain reaction. And in block 4, after placing this 2, you could spot the 1-5-7 triple down here. After placing the 2, the 1-5-7 triple here, which gave us the 4-9 pair and the 2-3-6 triple in row 4. I don't really recall other tricky spots in this Sudoku puzzle. Probably just placing, well, I forgot what happened up here, but I feel like the most key things you needed to see were the 1-2 pair, 4-8 pair in block 7, and the 1-5-7 triple in block 4, so I think these were the key spots. If you have any other questions or difficulties, feel free to leave them in the comments down below. I'll be glad to reply you, and hopefully this video helped. Today is May 12th, 2025. In this video, I've solved Wordle number 1423 and New York Times Hot Sudoku for today. See you all next time. Bye!